What's good? We back. It's the Boxing Nigga More. Y'all know what it is. It's your boy CJ Goodfella. And talking about Danny Garcia, Ice Baby, and Brandon Rios as expected. Danny Garcia knocked out Brandon Rios in the 9th round. He was giving Brandon Rios a lot of ground. Rios was getting some opportunities to work on the inside. You can just tell, like I said in the prediction video, Rios is just not good or functionable 147-pounder at this point in his career. His body is worn out. He's not punching with the same authority. He hit Danny with some good shots, especially with the right hand. He just was just good at 35 and okay at 140 for the most part. And he just wasn't on Danny Garcia's level tonight physically. If he physically was a little bit more in his prime, more fresher, and kind of punched a little bit better, maybe he would have been a factor because he hit Danny with some good shots. He just couldn't affect Danny. Danny was a more physical, strong guy. He was a more talented guy. And Danny dominated the fight. It was on Danny's terms for the most part, but Brandon Rios made it a fun fight. But Premier Boxing Champions and Showtime should just shoot themselves for putting this type of fight on. This ain't the type of fight that, guys on your roster who fight once and routinely fight once and twice a year. These ain't the type of fights that you should be putting on. I don't care if Danny Garcia did take the whole last year off and Thurman is doing this. At the end of the day, these guys are fighting once or twice a year, and you giving us, BS fights and mismatches like this. And it's okay with them, it's okay. And that's why, they won't really get where they need to be at in the sport of boxing and dominate like, Premier Boxing Champions and Showtime could. Just all around the board, these networks and promoters managers not working with each other, and we getting the shit product, and the sport is dying. You might be thinking the sport is excelling. Yes, last year was a great year. This year's a great year, but this wasn't even a routine year in the 90s. The last year would have been considered an average year, in the 80s and the 90s in boxing. And a lot of the young fans need to know that this ain't standard boxing right here, And they need to stop these mismatches. Now, if you're gonna put on mismatches like this, okay, fight 4 times a year. You deserve a fight like this, 4 times a year. If you're gonna fight fights like this, at least 3 times a year. A fight like this and two good fights, or maybe a really tough 50-50 fight in there and a few of them. And it's sad. It really is sad that this is the fights that these guys are giving us. And this was a mismatch. This wasn't even no secret. Everybody knew who was going to win this fight. Everybody. And, you always had corruption in boxing. But, now mismatches are more common. Because the money is in the sport. And Al Heyman wants to be fighter friendly and get these fighters to the next level and give them a better lifestyle, and that's what matters because they get into the sport to pay the bills and take their family to the next level in life, and that's cool. But at the end of the day, you're killing the sport. Each generation, passes the torch, and this generation is just killing it. They trying to mimic what Pacquiao and Floyd did, but they ain't did what they did. They didn't put the tough work in fighting the Eric Morales and the Corrales and the Barreras and guys of that nature. They didn't put the work in where it was like a few people at your fight and you starting from the bottom. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, hats off to Brandon Rios. It's time to let it go. Danny Garcia, Sean Porter got into it. Sean Porter pulled up on Danny. He basically told us he was going to do that. He wants to fight. I wish one of these guys would pull up on Earl Spence like that. You feel me? But, that ain't going to happen. He pulled up on Danny and said, you barking, you in my backyard. And Danny was like, this the Danny Garcia show. This the Danny Garcia show. And the Vegas, this ain't your home. You from Ohio. And Sean, I work here. I spar here. I fight here. I work here. I spar here. You know what I'm saying? To keep Thurman working the camera, acting like, oh, he's just a man. I mean, he's a cornball, man. He my guy, but he be just corny sometimes. Sean corny too. Sean trying to play that tough role. He doing what Earl Spence should be doing. Let's keep it real. Hats off to Sean Porter. And he ducking Earl Spence, and that is what it is. I mean, we gonna beat that horse to his dead in his rights. But Sean Porter's doing what Earl Spence needs to do. Start confronting these dudes and rolling up on these dudes. Sean Porter ain't with the hoopla, other than with Earl Spence. Danny Garcia said he was tailor made for him. What's good? Let's get it popping. The WBC need us to fight because he gonna fight Keith at the end of the year. I ain't trying to fight Earl. You ain't trying to fight Earl, Danny. I mean, come on, man. This is a mutual interest right here. We must love each other and fight each other so we can avoid the great dangerous Earl Spence, you know, and then avoid the Terrence Crawford conversation. And we can get Keith. We both know Keith can't knock us out, man. You know, Earl Spence, he coming straight for us. Ain't none of that tap dancing, Mr. Bojangles moving around the rim. We need this for each other, you know. Sean Porter came out. This was a cry to duck Earl Spence. Come on, Danny, we need each other, man. We need to slow dance, man. This is Blaze of Glory, you know, in boxing edition. We got to work together to avoid Earl Spence. Me, you, and Keith, man, we got to work together. And at the end of the day, we all just move up together, and we can do it again when Laura and Herb move on, and Jamel Charlo move on. Man, Saddam Ali, we all three of us can take him. You know, we can just shoot dice and just flip a coin to see who gets Saddam Ali. You know what it is, man. That's just funny to me, but that's what it is, though. Now, this is a love triangle, a duck triangle. Yes, I said a duck triangle to avoid Earl Spence. And Keith Thurman acting like, oh, yeah, he the guy. He working the camera. Yeah, I'm number one. You milking it, bro. You milking it. And it's at the point where you just throwing it to the fans' face like, yeah, I got y'all viewership at your mercy. Y'all gonna watch whatever I do anyway. So enjoy these fights. Y'all gonna watch. At the end of the day, it might become time to just, you know, look at boxing for what it is. You know, this is the AAU unification, as Michael Rappaport say. The boxing, this is the NBA version of that. This is the boxing version of that. And, you know, it's just all love. You know, all these guys don't really hate each other. And even they beef and they argue. Oh, Sean, it's about money. I ain't sparring you, Danny. I spar you at your gym tomorrow. And, you know, it is what it is, man. You know, boxing is becoming a joke. Premier Boxing Champions is becoming a joke. And it is what it is, man. Like I said, some of these guys, these networks just get their own belts, the HBO belt, ESPN belt, Premier Boxing Champion belt. But shout out to Jim Gray for G-Tech and Kenny and Sean Porter. Get out of my ring. This ain't your night. Y'all know what it is. TBC, we out.